Hello everyone, welcome to Pratibha Tech. In this video, we will solve the problem of the day question on Geeks for Geeks for 4th April 2023. The problem statement for today is minimum steps required. This problem is based on greedy approach. Let's now open this problem to solve it. Let's go through and understand the given problem statement. Here it is said, given a string str consisting of only two characters a and b, you need to find the minimum steps required to make the string empty by removing consecutives a's and b's. So here it is simply said that we will be provided with one string and we have to make the string empty. And we have the privilege that in one step we can remove the consecutives a's or b's. Okay. So let's go through the given examples. So in first example, the given string is this one. So here the output it is said that it is 2. So in first step we will remove all the a's. So it will become since all the a's are consecutive here, so we will remove all of them in one step. So the string will become this one. Then in second step, since all the b's are again consecutive, so we can remove all the b's together. So the output will become 2 because 2 steps were needed. In the second example, the given string is this one. So here it is saying that 3 steps are required. How 3 steps are required? Since both the b's are not consecutive, so we have to remove each of the b's in 2 separate steps. So removal of first b will make the string this. Removal of the second b will make the string this. Now we can see after second step we are having all the a's consecutive. So in the third step we can remove all the a's together. So that's why 3 steps are required. I hope the given problem statement is clear to you. So for solving this problem, the approach we will use is to count the number of changes from one character to another. That means the number of times the string switches from a to b or b to a. We will use a variable called previous to keep track of the previous character encountered. If the current character is different from the previous character, then we increment the counter and update the value of previous to the current character. Okay, so let's understand this approach with an example. So suppose we have this input string here, which consists of A B, B A, B B. So here we can see initially the counter will start from 0 and in previous character it will hold null character. Then we will iterate through each character in the string. And initially, that means first, when we encounter this first a, so here it is, here we see that this a is different from the previous encounter because in the previous it was null there. So increment the counter by 1 and update the previous character to a. In next step, we can see the a is, we have found another a. So that's why we do not increment the counter in this one. But next time we can see a different character is there, that is b is there. So we increment the counter by 1. So now the counter will become 2 and previous character will point to b. Next time we see again there is a transition. That means from a to b and b to a. Again there is a transition. Okay. So here the transition, the count will become 3. Next time again after a, again we can see one transition is there. So again here it will become 4. And we'll keep on updating the previous character to the current one. So here next b it is fine. Then again we can see one transition is there. So here the counter will increment. And again after this a, again one transition is there. So again the counter will increment. So here we can see we have seen total 6 transitions there. Okay. So here we have seen total 6 transitions in this given input string, and in each that means 6 transition can be counted as a 6 groups of consecutive characters. So the count is 6. That means whenever there is transition a to b and b to a, that means a to b, so we count a b as a one group or b and a as a separate group. So here we can see for one variable, one character, it is leading to the formation of 2 groups, one AB and BA. Okay, so that's why to get the number of steps to remove all the in different characters here, so we divide the count by 6. We divide the count by the count which is 6 by 2. We divide the count by 2 for each two groups, one step is required to make them with same character. Okay, so here if you see this one, these two, A to B one group, that means one transition, and B to A another transition, that means another group. So for these two group, if we just eliminate B here, that it requires only one step to make them, to make all the characters same. Here we had A, B, A. So if you remove B, then it will, in one step we can make the remaining characters are equal. So here it will be left with A and A only. I hope this is clearly visible. So here in the first step it was just taking this example A, B, A. If we remove B, then it will become AA. That means for each two group, one step is needed to make all other characters same. Okay, that's why we divide the count by 2. So for 6 transitions, 3 steps are needed to make them all consecutive, because one different character in between will lead to formation of two groups. I hope this is clear. So that's why when we divide that 6 by 2, so we will get 3. So after those 3 steps, that means here if we look at this one, then first in one step we will remove this B. In next step, since these two are consecutive, we will remove this B, and in last step we will remove this B. So after removal of all the B's, we will see that the remaining string that will contain only A's. So that's why we require one additional step is required. One step is required to make them yeah, this is different thing. So yeah, and so whatever is that element, whatever the group of characters left, so we require one extra step to remove everything. If we have removed all the B's, then for all the remaining A's, one step is sufficient. So that's why we are adding one extra here. So it will be like the count whatever we will get by 2 plus 1. Count by 2 will give will remove all the different characters, so that the string will become consecutive with one character only, and for removal of all those consecutive characters we require one extra step. That's why the output is here 4. Therefore the minimum steps are required to make them to make the string empty by removing consecutives A's and B's is 4. I hope this is clear. So here so this we look this in this example we looked at the by removing B's, but that we can do for A as well. See, suppose if we remove this A, these two A, so the string will become this. Then after that we remove this A, the string will become this. Then we will remove this A, the string will become this. So here also 3 steps are required. First we will remove this A, and this A, and then after that all the string will be left with all the B's. So in one step we will remove that. So again it will be like 6 by 2 plus 1. Okay, so for each transition one step is sufficient to make all the elements of the both group same. I hope this is clear. So with this approach only we will start coding for it. I have already prepared the code just to save time in typing. Let me just copy it here. Let me just try compiling this code. This is Java code. Let me move to Java editor. Here again, here also we can see I have given the comments against each line, and here we are following the same approach whatever we have discussed in the through the example. Okay, so here what we are doing, first we are getting the count of we are finding the length of the string. Then after that we initialize the counter variable count to 0 and a variable previous to null, that means slash 0, that is equivalent to null only. Then we loop through the string str character by character, and for each character ch, if it is different from the previous character prev, then increment the count and update the previous value to ch. Then after iterating through the entire string, then we simply return count by 2 plus 1. So here also I have given the same thing, that means for each two consecutive characters we divided by 2 to remove to remove to make both the groups equal with the same characters, and at last when the entire string will have same consecutive characters, then we can one step is sufficient to remove all of them. That's why we do this count 2 plus 1. Okay, so let's try compiling this code now. This is in Java. So here we can see we have got correct output. Let's try submitting this Java solution. Okay, so here you can see it has covered all the test cases. So this problem has been solved successfully with Java. So talking about the time complexity of this solution, it is in the order of big O of n, where n is the length of the input string. This is because the function iterates over the string once to count the number of alternating characters, which takes big O of n time. The additional constant time operations performed inside the loop will have a negligible effect on the overall time complexity. So therefore, the solution will have a linear time complexity. Okay, so this was the Java solution. So let's go ahead and try with the C++ solution. So even that I prepared. Same logic, everything is same. Just the syntax different. Whatever difference we see in between Java and C++. So that only is there. Here exactly the way we fetch character from the string, that is different. So let's try with this compiling this C++ solution. So here we can see even for this even with C++ language we have got correct output. Let's try submitting C++ solution. So here we can see even this C++ solution is absolutely fine. So even in this one we have got all the test cases covered. Yeah, so that's all in this video. I'll provide the link for this question and even for this code in the description box. Please do check that. Please like, comment and share the video, and please subscribe to the channel for more upcoming videos. Thank you for watching.